Do you have trouble communicating with men or people in general? Do you wonder how some women effortlessly have men completely smitten with them? Today, we're going to have a heart to heart about something that's super important in all of our lives: graceful communication. That's right, we're diving into the art of graceful communication and how it can totally transform your relationships, both personal and professional. As women, we've got this amazing opportunity to use our feminine superpowers to build strong, meaningful connections with others so we can show up better overall as women, friends, wives, and mothers. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's get real about active listening and empathetic communication. Hey there, elite ladies. Welcome back to our Ladylike Lesson series here on The Inner Beauty TV. I'm your host, Nicole Michelle, your mentor in love, like Naomi guided Ruth. So let's dive in. Why effective communication matters. So let's be real. Effective communication is like the secret sauce to success in all parts of our lives. I mean, think about it. Whether you're chatting with your bestie, your man, your coworkers, or even a stranger on the street, how you communicate can make or break those relationships. Graceful communication is all about expressing yourself clearly and confidently while also being an awesome listener. And when you nail these skills, girl, you can handle any conversation, resolve those pesky conflicts, and build connections that are so authentic. It's like you're looking into each other's souls. Active listening, your superior superpower. All right, let's talk about active listening. This is like the foundation of graceful communication, and it's all about giving your full attention to the person who's speaking. It's not just about hearing their word, but really trying to understand where they're coming from. Here are some tips that I've used to become an active listening superhero. Lock eyes with them and use your body language to show you're engaged. No crossed arms, no wandering eyes allowed. When you're listening to someone, one of the most beautiful and engaging secret things you can do is lock eyes with them. It's like you're saying, I see you. I'm here for you. And it's not just about the eyes. Your whole body can show that you're engaged and present. Keep your posture open and inviting without crossing your arms or legs. Lean in slightly to show interest and nod encouragingly as they speak. And please, no wandering eyes or checking your phone. When you give someone your full, undivided attention, it's like giving them a gift. It makes them feel valued, heard, and connected to you on a deeper level. So, embrace your feminine power of presence and watch how it transforms your conversation. Resist the urge to interrupt or mentally plan your response while they're talking. It's not a race to see who can talk next. Now, my beautiful friend, let's discuss the art of resisting interruption. As women, we often have so much to say and contribute, but when it comes to listening, it's essential to let the other person finish their thoughts. I know it can be tempting to jump in with your own stories or advice, but trust me, it's not a race to see who can talk next. When you interrupt or mentally plan your response when they're still speaking, you're not fully present in the conversation. Instead, practice the feminine grace of patience. Allow them to express themselves completely without feeling rushed or cut off. By giving them this space, you're showing them that their words matter and that you value their perspective. It's a beautiful way to build trust and connection. So, take a deep breath, relax, and let them finish. So your time will come, and when it does, they'll be ready to listen just as attentively to you. If something's not clear, ask questions. It shows you're interested and want to understand. Ladies, let's talk about the power of curiosity in feminine communication. If something your conversation partner says isn't quite clear, don't be afraid to ask questions. It's a fantastic way to show that you're genuinely interested in understanding their perspective. When you ask for clarification, it demonstrates that you're fully engaged and want to grasp the nuances of their thoughts and feelings. Plus, it helps avoid misunderstandings down the line. You can say things like, "Can you tell me more about that?" Or, "I want to make sure I understand. Do you mean?" By asking questions, you're not only gathering more information, but also showing them that their ideas are invaluable and worth exploring. It's a beautiful way to deepen your connection and show that you care. So, embrace your inner curious woman and don't be shy about asking those questions. Repeat back what you heard in your own words to make sure you're on the same page. Okay, my lovely listeners, let's dive into the power of reflective listening. One of the most powerful tools in our feminine communication toolkit is the ability to repeat back what you've heard in your own words. It's like holding up a mirror to the conversation and saying, I hear you, and this is what I understand. When you paraphrase their thoughts and feelings, you're showing them that you've been listening deeply and want to ensure you're on the same page. It also gives them a chance to clarify or expand on their ideas if needed. You can start with phrases like, so what I'm hearing is, or it sounds like you're feeling. By reflecting their words back to them, you're validating their experience and creating a shared understanding. It's a beautiful way to build empathy, trust, and connection in your conversations. Don't be afraid to put your own spin on what you've heard. It's a sign of a truly engaged and caring listener. Even if you don't agree, validate their feelings and perspective. It's about respecting their experience. Finally, my beautiful friends, let's talk about the ultimate act of feminine grace and communication. Validating someone's feelings and perspective, even when you disagree. It's not always easy, but it's so important. When you validate someone's experience, you're showing them that you respect and honor their unique journey, even if it's different from your own. You can say things like, I can understand why you feel that way, or it's valid to have that perspective given your experiences. By acknowledging their emotions and viewpoint, you're creating a safe space for them to be authentic and vulnerable with you. It doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they say, but it does mean you're willing to see the world through their eyes for a moment. That kind of empathy and respect is the foundation of true connection and understanding. So embrace your inner graceful validator and watch how it transforms your relationships. When you use these techniques, you're showing the other person that you respect them, you empathize with them, and you genuinely care about what they have to say. It's like giving them a big, warm hug with your words. Use I statements to share your own feelings and experiences instead of pointing fingers or making sweeping statements. Now let's talk about I statements. These are like the superheroes of graceful communication. Instead of saying things like, you always do this, or everyone thinks that, try sharing your own feelings and experiences using I statements. For example, you could say, I feel frustrated when this happens, or in my experience, I found that. By using I statements, you're taking responsibility for your own emotions and experiences without blaming or accusing the other person. It's a way to express yourself authentically while also creating a safe space for open dialogue. Plus, it helps avoid those icky generalizations that can make people feel attacked or defensive. So, embrace your inner I statements superhero and watch how it transforms your conversation. Okay, elite ladies, let's talk about offering support and understanding. When someone comes to you with a problem or a struggle, it's so tempting to jump in with advice or criticism. But hold up. Instead, try offering support and understanding. It's like being their personal cheerleader and saying, hey, I know this is tough, but I'm here for you. Remember, we're all fighting our own battles, and sometimes we just need someone to listen and show us some love. Instead of saying things like, well, you should have done this. I can't believe you did that. Try saying, that sounds really challenging. How can I support you? Or, I'm here to listen if you need to vent. By offering support and understanding, you're creating a judgment-free zone where people feel safe to be vulnerable and real with you. And that, my friends, is how you build unbreakable bonds. Give them space to express themselves fully and don't rush them. Patience is key. Last but not least, let's talk about giving people space and being patient. When someone is sharing something important with you, it's crucial to give them the time and space to express themselves fully. Don't rush them or try to finish their sentences for them. Just be present, listen actively, and let them know you're there for them. It's like giving them the microphone and saying, "Hey, this is your time to shine. I'm here to listen to every word." Sometimes people need a moment to gather their thoughts or work through their emotions, and that's okay. By being patient and giving them space, you're showing them that you respect their process and value what they have to say. It's a powerful way to build trust and deepen your connection. So, take a deep breath, relax, and let them know you're in it for the long haul. Your patience and presence are the ultimate gifts of graceful communication. When you communicate with empathy, you're building trust, strengthening your connections, and taking your relationships to a whole new level of awesome. Now it's your turn to practice. Here are some exercises you can try to flex your active listening and empathetic communication muscles. Think back to a recent challenging conversation you had with someone. It could be a disagreement with a friend, a tense moment with a coworker, or a misunderstanding with a family member. Take a moment to really remember the details of that conversation. What was the issue at hand? How did you respond in the moment? How did the other person react? Now, let's rewind and brainstorm some more empathetic responses you could have used. Grab a pen and paper and jot down a few ideas. Here are some prompts to get you started. How could you have validated the other person's feeling, even if you disagreed with their perspective? What I statement could you have used to express your own emotions without blaming or attacking? How could you have shown more curiosity and asked questions to better understand their point of view? What words of support or understanding could you have offered instead of judgment or criticism? Take your time with this exercise and really challenge yourself to step into the other person's shoes. By reflecting on past conversations and brainstorming more empathetic responses, you'll be better prepared to handle future challenges with grace and understanding. Remember, mastering graceful communication is a journey, not a destination. It takes practice, patience, and a whole lot of self-love. But when you embrace your feminine strengths and use them to build meaningful connections, girl, you'll be unstoppable. All right, my lovely ladies, we've covered a lot today. Graceful communication is all about actively listening, empathizing, and using your feminine superpowers to create strong, authentic relationships. It's not about being perfect or having all the answers, but about being present, supportive, and real with the people in your life. So, take what you've learned today and start practicing in your daily conversations. Trust me, you'll be amazed at how much your relationships will flourish. If you've loved this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your soul sisters, and subscribe to our channel for more ladylike lessons on embracing and celebrating our fabulous femininity. Remember, I love you and Jesus Christ loves you. And until the next time, keep the faith, baby.